Martin Cundy and Super Charlie Austin. OK, now Marcus Rashford put in another lacklustre performance for United last night in their 1-0 win over Aston Villa in the FA Cup. Speaking this morning on talkSPORT's Breakfast, former European Golden Boot winner and Rangers legend, Super Ali McCoy. Can I say Super Ali McCoy as well?
Yes.
Said he thinks there's a deeper issue with the United forward.
There's something not right about Marcus Rashford, and you can tell right away with his body language, with the way he's moving. You would hope, actually, from United's point of view and Rashford's point of view, that it's a loss of form. If it's a loss of form, of course that's acceptable, because it happens. But it looks more than that to me. His body language is all wrong. He just doesn't look as interested as he once was. He doesn't look as committed. He certainly doesn't look as confident. I mean, it will come back, right? I wouldn't be overly concerned. From his point of view and United's point of view, that needs to come back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, it was Ali McCoy this morning on the Sports Breakfast show, and it's hard to disagree with what he's saying, Charlie. Now, as a centre forward, right? But every player goes through dips. Every single player, no matter where you play, you go through a dip. But as a centre forward, it does feel as though you can only answer your critics or get out that dip by scoring goals, or it feels like, or having a real impact at that final third. What do you think's going on right now?
I think it's putting yourself in them positions to score them goals, Jace. If you're missing the chances, then right, let everyone miss his chance. But like you say, the goals keep everyone quiet, really, don't they? But I think the biggest thing you take away from what Ali says is his confidence. He is obviously a confident player, and when it's very low, like it seems to be at the moment, then it's clearly affecting him. Then you have to ask questions. Is that just the way Man United is? Because let's be honest, I've not seen a confident Man United player for weeks, months. So is he just being used as another one that everybody can use towards him? Maybe he's the one that sticks out the most.
Well, he's had an interesting last 2 years, hasn't he? And he's had in some aspects, a brilliant last couple of years.
Yeah.
So there's two parts to Marcus Rashford. One on the field that we recognise in a red shirt and a white shirt with him being England on at United, and also politically off the field, doing the brilliant work that he's done. But a lot of people, certainly I've spoken to, and they phoned the sports bar, some Man United fans do feel as though that has been a bit of a distraction. Is there a chance that is still the case?
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe it's a lot of pressure. Well, it is a lot of pressure. Of course it is. Yeah. Playing for Manchester United, a lot of pressure comes with that. But then on the flip side, he's got all the political stuff that he's been doing over the last couple of years very well, may I add. But when it's not going great on the pitch, it's easy for people to find out other things and people to throw stones and say, look, this is where I think he's going wrong, etc., etc. But I'm just unsure. If he plays last night with a smile on his face and scores, maybe it's different. But that's the Marcus Rashford we've kind of come to witness all the time, but now it seems to be few and far between because he looks, I don't know, a shadow of himself, to be fair.
And also, he's not alone, by the way, but there are a number of players, but just on the back, Ali McCoy's talking about that this morning, and it's been a problem for United, not just this season, but you can probably go back over, I think, certainly over the last 3 or 4 seasons where performances have been so bad, results have been turned around because United have got good players, but really papering over the cracks has been a problem for United. 03717 223344. Let's go to the lines. Let's go and speak to James, who's a Man United fan. James, good afternoon and welcome to the show.
How you doing?
Very well, matey. What would you like to say? Were you there last night?
I wasn't there last night. No, I got rid of my ticket, thank God. But
right.
It was just a general state of the club, state of the team, state of everything at my beloved club at the moment. I think I speak for a lot of United fans when I'm saying it's just nobody enjoys going to the game anymore. It's no fun. When I was at Burnley the other week, the 4 lads sat behind me, left at half-time, went to the pub. There's no enjoyment watching Manchester United anymore. And that starts from the top, obviously. The investment that we've had over the years has been pathetic. 120 million for Wan-Bissaka and Maguire. Where do you start with that one? Wan-Bissaka is quite possibly the worst football I've ever seen on the pitch. But then you go right through to Marcus Rashford, who people like Ali McCoy this morning are saying, well, there must be something wrong. I tell you what's wrong, he's just not good enough. Marcus Rashford is not good enough. And he's started to believe his own hype. Everything he's done off the pitch over the last few months and years has been fantastic. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's obviously had an impact. But in sheer football ability, Marcus Rashford is not good enough. You put him through on goal 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't feel confident.
But that's James. That's saying that now. I think the biggest problem is United have no identity at the moment, and that's clear for everybody to see. I really do.
And that, I think United have had a problem since Sir Alex left. And
Yeah.
this is not breaking news. Arsenal had the same problem when Arsene Wenger left. This
course
is
it
almost
did.
predictable what we're seeing right now. Look, Man United won the title, God knows how many times under Sir Alex, right? Was it 13 titles? The next year will be 10 years, next season, that they haven't won the title.
But Arsenal on a rebuild, Jace, yeah?
Yeah.
Lost Wenger, they're on a...
Well, look at Liverpool.
Ferguson, they lost him, they're on a rebuild. And it's not going to happen overnight. They're going to have to, unfortunately, they're going to have to suffer. Because at the top of the tree at the moment, when they're bringing transfers in, just not Man United quality players, are they? Let's be honest.